So for companies, mobile marketing will be the future or should be the present?
It is it's the present. Yeah, it's the present. But that's the scary thing, right? Like no, I'm worried about what's the future. Like that's where, okay, what's next? Like we should have locked this in and learned this already. And that's the thing, is the agility. Like, so if you look, again, I'm using Alibaba. Alibaba has a fresh poultry or meat and fish store now that they launched in China. And there's no cash. You can they're guaranteed to get it, I think it's 12 kilometers within 2 hours, something like that. You can only order on the app. Order on the app, and the supply chain then begins to adjust itself based on the supply chain moves in real time. It's not like the supply chain was set. The moment you hit order, then the supply chain begins its motion. They have built a company that is agile, that literally is a real-time supply chain, just like the 3D printed Oreo I showed, but a real-time supply chain. And that is just, I just don't know if many organizations that we see today are prepared for that, and that's why us talking about is mobile marketing present or future.
Is digital transformation and innovation the way for companies to reinvent themselves?
Of course, it's the way for them to reinvent themselves, but I think the bigger question is, can they do it? And so I've never seen an organization. I've been a part of a ton of these task force. I've been a part of a lot of these, been tasked to lead some of these things, and I think some of the biggest challenges is, are the organizations truly ready for digital transformation? And I've only seen one organization in my life, to be honest with you, do it well, and that happened to be Facebook. And I think people don't remember when Facebook first IPO'd that everybody said, they're not going to win, you're not a mobile company, you're not a mobile company. And Zuckerberg said, to his entire team, don't ever show me another feature unless it's on a mobile phone. And overnight, he turned it into a mobile company.
So how the new generations are changing the marketing industry?
Wow, it's a big question. I think we're still seeing how the new generation is changing the marketing industry, but I think one of the big things really is the idea of influence. So when you look at Gen Z, what are the influences? Who are the influencers that drive them, and how do you connect with those influencers? And then I think they're operating in new channels that we're not even thinking about. There's a lot of dark web conversation that's happening, and how do we begin? So I talk a lot about messaging. So one of the big things is, how do I enter into your message stream? How do I become a part of your constant conversation? Because think about Facebook and Twitter, I used to be able to see a lot of that conversation. I could drop an ad into it, I could interject into your Twitter feed, I could @reply you. But now a lot of that is happening in DMs, either on Instagram or directly in Messenger or text message. So I'm going to have to figure out ways to be a part of your true social conversation. And then I think influencers are changing, and how do I partner with those influencers that are really driving Gen Z?